Hello everybody, my name is Stupid Ninja, and today I'm going to be showing you how to build a mini LEGO Bumblebee movie, Soundwave. Before I actually get into the build, I was just wondering if any of you guys would be interested in buying any of my mocks. There's a website called Mock Hub, and it allows you to actually post mocks that you've built and sell them. And so if you guys are actually interested in buying any of these guys, just make sure to vote in the poll up there and comment down below which Transformers that I've built that you'd actually be interested in buying. So that's pretty much all for that. Not much else to say, so let's get right into Soundwave. First of all, you can see this is a much nicer Soundwave than my previous version. I think this looks so much better. It's so much cleaner. It actually has a top to the cassette recorder, and it can still hold cassettes. The back does open this time, but the front also opens. It's just a lot harder. There we go. The front also opens, and you can see the cassette in there. And it's just easier to actually get the cassette out by opening the back. So it makes everything a lot easier and just much simpler. There's that. Before I really, get into this guy, I just wanted to say we don't know what Soundwave's alt mode is going to be in the Bumblebee movie, so I just decided to go with his cassette mode because I really like it, and I'm having fun building the movie designs into the G1 alt modes. I think it looks pretty good. So yeah, that's pretty much all I had to say about that, and pretty much all there is to say about his alt mode. There's really not much else to say. Obviously, I already showed you that it opens. Laserbeak is actually in there. I have not built a Ravage yet. I haven't figured out a way to get a Ravage small enough to fit in there, but as you can see, I did change one thing, and that is I changed that plate to an actual plate rather than a jumper plate. So that's the only difference. There's a much tighter space in there now. There's not very much space. If I just get this open, you can see in there just not very much space when it's all closed up. So Laserbeak has to be very small with no leeway basically. So yeah, there that is. Yeah, that's pretty much it for his alt mode. So now I'm going to get into some comparisons with some of my other Transformers in their vehicle modes, and then I will transform this guy, get into some robot mode comparisons, and then finally I will show you how to build him. So setting Soundwave off to the side, here he is compared to a minifigure, and yeah, not much to say about this. So there's just a quick reference if you needed one. Now here's Soundwave compared to Blitzwing. Obviously wildly out of scale, but again, just for a little bit of reference there. Now here's Soundwave compared to Optimus Prime. By the way, all of these versions of these characters are from the Bumblebee movie. So there you have that. And finally, here is Soundwave compared to Bumblebee from his new solo movie. Anyway, there you go. Now we can get into actually how to transform this guy. So first thing you're going to want to do when transforming Soundwave is just flip the leg out and then rotate it around and pull it down. Then just go at the feet. Those just fold out. Then for the heel, because he's quite back heavy, you just flip that piece out and he stands very well on that. The other leg is exactly the same. Just rotate that, flip the foot out, flip it around, and take this piece and just fold that around to give him a nice heel to stand on, just like that. Then I like to kind of angle his legs forward because it gives him a nice look in robot mode, much more screen accurate. Now for the arms, what you're going to do is just take them, rotate them a little bit, and put them back, a little bit like that, then just flip the hands out and bend them if you so please. The reason I do it like that is because I think it looks a lot better than flipping them all the way out like this. The shoulders just look too wide and it's not very screen accurate, so I just decided to fold them out like that, and I think it just looks a lot better, much cleaner. And it hides the joint very well when you do it like that. It just looks like the arms are floating there, so I think that's pretty cool. Now, last step is just to take the head and flip that up. Then you can also kind of move the gun around there too. That is basically the entirety of Soundwave's transformation. It's very simple. As you can see, there's a silhouette from the side. That's why he has these heels. If he did not have them, he would simply fall over. So these are very important, and I think he actually looks pretty cool with them. It doesn't really detract from anything. But there you have him in his robot mode. I think he looks absolutely fantastic. I really love how this robot mode came out. The proportions are perfect. For articulation, his arms do move in and out. They don't move forward very well. I guess you can do that, but one thing I do when I move them forward is I just move them out like that, then move them forward. It doesn't really look that different when you pose them like that. So that's to get Laserbeak on his arm, which I will be showing in a second. Another bit of articulation that he has is he obviously rotates here. He does move his arm out very far, if you have his arm posed like this, that is. And of course the hand does rotate around and he bends at the elbow. He has no sort of waist swivel, but I guess this is a pivot that he has there. For the legs, they do go forward very, very far, and they go back very, very, very far. And then the feet, of course, bend forward very far and back even farther. So, yeah, 90-degree bend at the knee. So that's pretty much it for the articulation. Not too much to talk about, but just enough for what he is. Now, for Laserbeak. You can actually open the chest up there, and it looks like he's ejecting Laserbeak, which I think is pretty cool. And you can just pop him out of there, and of course his entire back will pop off. I promise you, messing with this from behind the camera is a lot harder than when there is no camera at all. But anyway, to transform Laserbeak, it's exactly the same as before. You just fold them open and then rotate these feet out, and you're done. And then, of course, as I was saying, you can actually put Laserbeak on his arm this time, because with my previous version you could not, and I think it looks pretty cool. And there you have Laserbeak on Soundwave's arm. I think that looks absolutely amazing. I really do love how that came out. All in all, I think this is definitely one of my favorite versions of Soundwave, or just my favorite Decepticon that I've built thus far. He just looks really, really good. He's very versatile. He can get into a lot of poses. Of course, he doesn't have Ravage. I just could not figure out how to build a Ravage that fit into his chest. There was one guy that built a really nice mini Ravage, and I did try that out, but it just did not fit in his chest, and I was actually quite sad about that, because it was honestly a really, really good Ravage. But yeah, it didn't fit, so that was a little bit sad. But anyway, yeah, he looks pretty darn good with Laserbeak there. So now we can get into some comparisons, and then I will show you how to build this guy. So setting Soundwave off to the side, here he is compared to a minifigure, and he basically triples in size. Not accurate to how tall he should be, which is about, there, but still pretty cool. Now here is Soundwave from the Bumblebee movie compared to Blitzwing from the Bumblebee movie. And I do think this size difference is accurate, at least I hope it is. Blitzwing might be a little bit taller in the actual movie itself, but for what it is, I do think it's accurate to how tall Starscream would be to Soundwave, because Soundwave is only slightly shorter than Megatron, and Starscream is quite a bit shorter than Megatron. Most of the time, anyway, from what I've seen, and I might be seeing it incorrectly, but yeah, there you have that. Now, here is Soundwave from the Bumblebee movie, of course, compared to Optimus Prime from the same movie, and as you can see here, Soundwave is about the same height as Optimus Prime, or a little bit taller now. Yeah, he's about the same height. About the same build and everything too, which I tried to keep consistent between both of them. He is much, much thicker though from the side, as you see there, which I do think is appropriate. But you do see Soundwave fighting Optimus Prime in the trailer, so I think these guys actually look pretty in scale and pretty good together. So there you have that. Now here is Soundwave compared to Bumblebee from the Bumblebee movie. And I know I've been saying that a lot, but I mean, it's true. And yeah, this is a big difference. Bumblebee in his own movie is going to be tiny compared to everybody else. So there you go. He's really, really small. So there's that. Now we can get into how to build this guy. Starting off, this will be the first part of Soundwave that you build, just because it's the back and we can just build to the front with this guy. So I would suggest starting with this section here. It's fairly simple. It's basically just a 1x3 hinge piece, as you can see there, and what gets connected to that is another 1x3 on the other side. As you can see when I take everything apart, basically it goes like this. 1x3 hinge, 1x3 there, boom, and then just a couple plates here, then just a slope there. So one of these pieces, 1x2, I don't know what this is called, 2x2 hinge piece there, that'll pop on just like that. And then on the other side you have a 1x1 on top of a 2x2 hinge piece. That will of course just pop on right there, and you should have something that looks a little bit like this. There you have that piece. Now finish it off by adding a 1x3 just to strengthen everything up, and then just a jumper plate here just so it looks a lot better from the back and doesn't have a big gap right there. So yeah, there you have the back of Soundwave. Now you can build the kind of head piece, and that just looks like this. That's just a 1x3 with two headlight pieces connected to a 1x3 bar piece. So this bar is as long as a 1x3 brick, so just keep that in mind. And then the head is of course a clip with a... Hello everybody! Will all pop together just like that, and these will go on. They'll flip around like this. Everything should kind of go on evenly. 1x3, and pop that on, and everything will be nice and sturdy. And then you can just pop this right in here, and the head should fit into the little groove you made earlier, and flip up just like that. So there you have the back area. Don't forget this piece, this is important. Just a headlight brick, and then I put a plate here so that it can stand up in alt mode, and then this clip there just clips on right here so that you can put Laserbeak in and out of them. Basically the entirety of his back. Now you can build the arms, and these are extremely simple. Just a clip piece like that in one of these 1x1 bricks with a stud on the side, as you can see there. That will pop on right here, and just go like that. And then a clip here, just there, that'll actually go facing away from the clip there. And then for the forearm, it's just a 1x3 hinge, as I've shown already, with a jumper plate on top of it, and a clip for the hand, just a little clip. So yeah, just flip that around and pop that in place, and there you have Soundwave's arms. Just put two of those, pop those. Now the entirety of his back. For weapons, he does have this shoulder cannon, and this is made from one of these pieces. This is kind of a new Technic piece. At least I think it's new. I don't know. I've never had it. And then you just use one of these little blue Technic axle pin pieces, and that just fits in right there. And then one of these little tube pieces, and that just goes on right there and looks quite nice. This entire thing will just pop onto this 1x2, just like that. Kind of an illegal technique, but you know, I don't care. And then Laserbeak, very, very simple. Simply a 1x4 hinge with two of these horizontal clips on the bottom of it, and then just a jumper plate on one side, on the other. And he will just fit in right there, just like that. And so he's actually held in by a stud this time, rather than just friction like the other one. So that is the entirety of Soundwave's back. Now we can get into building the legs. Leg all torn apart, and it's actually kind of confusing how to build the leg, so I think I'll get into this first. Basically, clip for the hip joint there, as you can see, and that will fit right in there. And then just a 1x3 hinge with a couple clips on each side, with a 1x2 that goes on top of here with a 1x1 there. So everything looks nice. You can just see that in the glare there. And then right here you'll put a clip, just a regular 2x2 clip. That should fold in just like that, but you're not going to actually want to fold it in yet. One of these in, this is just the foot, and that is a 1x3 hinge with a little clip on the bottom, and then just a 1x2 there, and that'll rotate around for his alt mode, fit in right there, then that will just fold down like that. Then for stability purposes, you can place a stud here. You can actually use a 2x2 corner piece, and that's just basically, I can show you what it looks like. If you don't know what it is, it's a 1x2 with an extra stud here. So kind of in this shape. That would be a 2x2 corner piece, but with studs on it, obviously. But if you don't have one of those, like me, you can just place this just like that, and then take a 1x3 blue plate, place it there, and then pop a 1x2 on right there. It's not as stable or as sturdy as using a 2x2 corner piece, but I still think it works. And then for the rest of the leg, it's just a 1x3. I just used a 1x2 and a 1x1 there. And then for the piece below that, I can't get this. Okay, there we go. It's two 1x2s going in this L shape, or this backwards L shape, and then another 1x3 in blue right there. And that will pop on just like that and look pretty darn good. It's just a 1x3 with a 1x1 there, and a jumper plate there. That'll pop on right here. Look pretty nice. Should rotate around. Look like that. So there you go. And then for the main body piece, it's actually fairly simple. Brick with a 1x1 plate on one side, and then two 1x1 pieces on top of each other, and 1x1 pop on right there. Then use another 1x3 bar. If I can just pop all this stuff apart. Use another 1x3 bar piece. So you can see that is the length of a 1x3 brick. So use one of those, as well as one of these horizontal clips on a brick with a stud on the side, as you can see there. Like that, and then the yellow piece will pop onto the side. And then you can take a 1x3 and place that on top. If I can get that in there. There we go. Place that on top like that, and then the bar will just clip in like that. But you're probably not going to want to put that in yet, because you have to put this piece on. And this is just one of these 1x1 bricks with a clip on the side with a right there. What you can actually do that I think is better than this, because it looks more symmetrical on each side, is use one of these pieces on the other side with a stud facing out, and then just two 1x1 plates like this, but with a stud on it. And that looks a lot better. It's much more symmetrical, but again, I don't have those. They're all being used up by Ironhide. So just pop that stuff in right there, this in right like that. Now that you've built both your legs and your chest piece, you can pop those together. This on that anti. So that stud will go onto that anti-stud, just like that. And there you have Soundwave back in his alt mode. Your very own mini Lego Bumblebee movie, Soundwave. I hope this video was helpful to you. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, and if you actually built this guy, be sure to comment below, and if you want to. I'm not gonna force you to. But anyway, that's pretty much it. Make sure to vote in the poll if you want to actually buy this guy's pieces and use this video for instructions. And that's pretty much it for this video. Next video will hopefully be a G1 Starscream, and then the video after that will hopefully be either Dropkick or Shatter if I have the time and intelligence to build something like that. So yeah, there you go, and pretty much it for this video. I will see you guys next time.